Hey guys, forgive the poor quality setup at the moment. I thought I'd try something different today where I've shown up at the park and I'll kind of do a talk to camera, like vlog style workout, where I'm going to tell you my expectations now, maybe touch base during the workout and then assess kind of how the workout went afterwards. That's my hope. It's like on and off raining this whole week is the forecast, so if it rains, I don't even know if that'll stop me actually, limited with how much I film. But anyway, the expectation today is we're entering the final week of the first 6-week block of training, and the progressions have been linear up till now, it kind of feels. So the first 2 weeks were the same, then the 3rd and 4th week I increased and they were the same, and the 5th and 6th week are meant to be the same, but again, more difficult. So the 5th week had a few difficulties with the support hold, just in terms of how it felt. And then I'm starting to feel like the way I'm progressing with my planche and my handstand push-ups, they should kind of be separated now rather than supersetted. And today the expectation is, first week of training for week 6 is to see some advancement in terms of strength. I've had 3 days off. My last training session was, what's today? Tuesday, Monday. Yeah, my last session must have been Friday. So I've had Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. And here we are. I'm hoping to get a straddle negative for planche, so we'll see how that goes. And handstand push-ups, I'm aiming to accumulate 10 to 15 freestanding handstand push-ups. It doesn't have to be in a row, because I'm factoring in getting used to the freestanding handstand push-up and not using parallettes at the moment. Which, side note, I think is the answer to making it more difficult. Talking about how the narrower grip made it easier, it's made it harder, and then I widened it and the handstand push-up came really easy. I'm thinking that the P-bars are probably the key to making it more difficult regardless, because they're going to increase that range of motion. But I'm only looking at freestanding ones at the moment. Just clean, flat hand, freestanding handstand push-ups. So that's where I'm at with that. The support holds, I'm not too sure at the moment. I still feel it in there, in the biceps tendon. So I had to double check that was the biceps tendon. It's like when you go, here's my liver. No, it's on the other side. Yeah, it's the biceps tendon. So just assess how I go kind of with planche and then some warm-up support holds. And then dips and chin-ups, brought the ankle weights I was doing for straddle support to put them on my ankles in addition to the 7-kilo dumbbell. So I'm feeling pretty good. It's just cold. So I just need to make sure I get proper warmed up, and I'm hoping for those strength gains, that they're quite apparent in this workout, and that it's a strong week of training. I know linear progress doesn't last forever, but here's hoping it's another week of linear progress. I've done I've done it just a tuck to warm up, and now I'm doing my advanced tuck. So the aim is still to build up to straddle, then I'll start counting them as work-in sets. And he fucked up. So that didn't feel strong. Obviously lost it in the first bit. Yeah, I don't know. Next I'm going to do straddle, a planche straddle. But the thing I've learned is from like doing stronger series and stuff, one planche, man, all these things, is you can't pick, you can plan approximately, as in build for a competition or something, but you can't pick what day, what moment you're peaking. So today I'm just basically seeing where I'm at and taking it from there. So a planked straddle will be next, then full straddle based off of that. Got some encouragement. So that wasn't too bad. I'm gonna have a look at the footage, but I can't see too much benefit from doing the straddle. I think I'll try the straddle. I don't think I'll do great at it, and then I'll switch it to advanced tuck again, because even though I would like to have straddle, that's just not where I'm at the moment, and that's totally fine. But if I stick to the advanced tuck, it's a really nice level of difficulty at the moment. And I think, given my size, the advanced tuck is, what's the word, underestimated at how difficult it can get. If I open up my tuck, that's a lot of weight sitting around my butt area. Makes it really freaking tough. So yeah, just sticking at the advanced tuck will be all right, but let's see how the straddle is after a couple minutes of rest as it starts to sprinkle. So it turns out that plank straddle didn't look as bad as I thought at all. So I'm gonna do it again. But I better do it out now actually, it's starting to rain. Let me get it before I have to stop filming. And the chalk I've put on is bellissimo. Wasted energy. Fuck. Fuck you. You fuck. This is how I talk, guys, on Patreon. Exclusive. You can see raindrops on the lens. I'm gonna do it again. Fuck that. Will not be told when and when I can planche. That's right. Alright, let's take you out of the rain. That was not too bad. Like, it still felt dumb, but when I watched it on camera, it didn't look too bad. So that one felt the same, maybe a little bit stronger. Therefore, I'm not too bad. Let's lighten this up. I'm gonna have to go get the cloth and wipe down the lens, but yeah, that wasn't too bad as it starts to rain. The chalk helps so much. This is why wood is awesome for rings and P-bars, is because when you chalk your hands, it gives you that vice grip to help you with control. Another reason why I benefit a lot from P-bar work. So yeah, that helps heaps. I'll maybe watch the footage again. Maybe I will just do the straddle all day today. The only thing is, when you I always thought that when you moved on to straddle, it's just funny how you might, there are no rules, yet there's rules or stories we accept and believe and choose to follow. So I used to think that if you did straddle, planche, you're in a straddle. I never piked, and I never understood why people piked when they did their straddle planche stuff. Now, piking, I can see how it kind of introduces that straddle movement. I don't know what my point is in saying that. I didn't believe it before, but there is a massive difference between a piked straddle and full straddle. Piked straddle is kind of like, it does feel a bit dirty. This is why I feel like I should maybe go back to the advanced tuck. But the piked straddle is like zero glute activation because you have to pike, whereas full straddle is a beautiful glute activation and tense, which is what I want. So when I'm going for straddle, I want to be activating the glutes and doing it, not like being lazy about it. So anyway, have a little bit of a rest and then I'm going to get back. Maybe do it an advanced tuck and compare, maybe do straddle, we'll figure it out. So I'm going to film this. This is, fourth one maybe? Look how weird the weather is now. You're going to be sunny on me. So I'm aware it's going to cut out my handstand, but we're doing this last straddle. Then I might do advanced tuck to finish it off. But I did a straddle in between. It again was strong, so I'm sticking with it at the moment. So, one thing good about this park is there's always dogs here, which is great. They come up and say hello all the time. Well, not all the time, but any time they do is welcomed. So the thing about that is that's like quite strong and it looks really close to straddle planche, but there's that difference with glute activation that just makes it not as significant as, say, a bent arm planche to straight arm planche, but a very big difference between activated completely horizontal to piked a little bit in terms of difficulty and in terms of what I would count as a straddle planche. I see a lot of people count their straddle planche or their full planche when it's piked. I'm just going to wrap up the planche stuff. So you saw that. I'm going to finish it off with an advanced touch, which I'll just do without context unless something dramatic happens. And that'll be the planche for the day. So, okay, here's what I've figured out. There's more to say. The advanced tuck at the moment lets me control the speed of the negative, which is very valuable when I'm trying to get time in the position to build strength. That's super valuable. The planked straddle is closer to the position that I actually want. So there could be benefit in doing 3-3, 3 straddle and then 3 advanced tuck, or mixing it up for the 2 remaining sessions for this week. Okay, so here's the thing with the handstand push-up. Now that I'm moving on to the freestanding handstand push-up, I'm not definitely not moving back, but I'm trying to move to that freestanding. The whole component of balance comes into it, and I am proficient with handstands, but am I consistent with consistent with the quality with the balance? Not so much. So I'm aware that training freestanding handstand push-ups is going to be a bit polluted in terms of balance is going to be impacting what is seen as a strength element, and will be adding to the time taken away from being able to develop that strength. Part of me is going to have to be focusing on the balance instead. So I'm catering for that interruption, if that makes sense. And right now I'm just testing to see how I am going, if I'm performing well, just getting that first rep. I haven't got it yet, I've tried twice. And nope, don't want to do that. I am filming it to see how we go. The only reason I'm coming back is because I fell out of it, so that's my assessment. Was I tried it and I fell, so that's maybe going to be the hallmark of today. 2 to 3 reps, one maybe, 2 would be good, 3 would be, I'd be on a roll. So I'm just going to play around with that. Maybe I'll do a time lapse for this one, and yeah, we'll see how many quality reps we can get, and then I might finish it off with some feet assisted ones. Okay, so I've decided that I really need to break down the handstand push-up training into kind of like a balance session or a balance portion and a strength portion, because I'm not going to get to train enough strength when I'm trying to do freestanding and I have to work on my balance. And if all I train is strength, like I have been, the result is I don't have very good balance putting it all together and balancing the dynamic nature that is a handstand push-up. So I think I'm going to do, I'm going to try get a couple more straddle handstand push-ups. That seems to be what I'm able to complete today without complete and utterly failing. So I'm going to try get a couple good quality straddle handstand push-ups, and then I think I will smash out 3 sets of handstand push-ups with feet assisted, so you know, like a pike assisted, and then we'll move on from there.
Yeah, if you guys wanted to see me frustrated,
Like, what's weird is it's a been here, done that kind of frustration. So it's not like I'm angry as in like, why? I don't get it. It's just annoying kind of when you want to put the work in, but the skill component, the balance component has reared its head, and that's going to need some work. Unexpectedly, it might just take me a few sessions, or it might not. But I need to work on the balance portion of this more than I thought. Sometimes, if this helps with frustration, if you're experiencing the same or similar things, is sometimes the area that I'm consistently failing at today with the handstand push-up needs those failures, and as those failures build up, the strength and stability within that position improves, so that yes, it's your weakest constant failing point, but in a way it's not good or bad, but the way I'm trying to explain it is, in a way it's good, because you're going to keep failing at that point and therefore get good at being in that point and get good at getting out of it. So it's a silver lining to an issue, but It's a silver lining nonetheless. Silver has value. Let's trade. Let's trade silver stocks. Yeah, cool, I'm the best. That ever-present annoyance. Anyway, that's the handstand push-ups for today. Definitely there's some disappointment with that. I can rationalize it, make sense of it, and not be so emotional about it. But first impressions are disappointment, because I just wanted, it's not where I thought it would be is the only thing. So I'm going to do some strength sets now. I'll just show you one of them, then we'll move on to our ring support. Oh, okay. So the sun immediately comes out. So, we're doing the support holds now. Jesus, that looks terrible. Where is this sun? We're doing the support holds now, and here's my issue with the support holds. The support holds are awesome, great foundational gymnastic strength movement, but then as you start to bring the hands further out away from the body, it becomes more specific to the biceps tendon. And if you keep on smashing that, getting further and further out, the likelihood of your overuse injuries coming up increases. Obviously, if iron cross is a goal, it's a different thing. Like, you plan to work towards it, but the way I'm just linearly progressing with support holds and increasing the difficulty by moving arms further away, I'm going to run myself into an overuse injury because it's so specific to the biceps tendon. My other issue with the support hold is I'm currently in this 6th week, so the idea is to do the same thing I did in week 5, but hold it for 30 seconds instead of 20. The issue here is support hold is hard to gauge how difficult you're actually doing it, because there's no one here with a protractor going like, yep, stop there, that's 45 degrees, Tyson. It's literally just my head, where I think I'm going with it. And if I'm not strong enough one day compared to the other, who's to know? Do you know what I mean? So measuring the progress there is a little bit harder. I mean, you could say the same for a planche negative. Like, each day it might be slower, but I think there's other things that make that a valuable movement with less variation than support hold. One of them being, if I wanted to, I could time the amount of time I'm going through the negative. So I'm basically trying to say support holds are, the advanced support hold moving out to cross is hard to measure, and it could be so different training session to training session and person to person, because we know some people don't push themselves in a session, and on the other end of the spectrum, people push themselves too far. So it's hard to know where you fall with that. So they're my thoughts, but I'm going to carry on with the advanced support hold today. But once this 6-week block is over, I'll definitely be reevaluating having the support holds in there. And yeah, I just need to decide, do I want to do iron cross, or do I want to maybe switch it up and just maintain that straight arm strength? So that's where I'm at. We're doing advanced support holds today, trying for 30 seconds. just filming this because the last set was friggin' hard. And this is the last set. Jeez, that's like, as hard as I've been saying it isn't hard to progress, that gives you a massive pump. Like, the secret, if there's any secret to like arms training or biceps training, it's isometric work. Last set's gonna be fire. Those last two sets reps I went deeper than the others, and that's what I was saying in last week's episode, is where you gotta force that range of motion on rings to get the most out of it. Alright, so that's the session done. I finished off with the dips, the chins, and then this weighted straddle support on the ankles. And I talked about the dips, much like the planche negatives and the handstand push-ups. I'm not supersetting them anymore because it's getting tough enough that it's too difficult to combo them together. So the dips are separate, I do 4 sets, and then the chin-ups are separate, 4 sets. The dips feel like they're getting harder, more so than the chin-ups. But then the sessions last week, the chin-ups felt harder than the dips, so I don't know. But I did 5 reps for the chin-ups, 7 reps for the dips, so that could be why. the dumbbell touched the ground in the chin-ups, you could probably see, but it didn't really matter because that was at the bottom of the rep, whereas the difficulty happens at the top of the rep, or as you're going up. That didn't matter that I didn't feel that 7 kilos in the dead hang. But yeah, the chin-ups were fine. And then this is where I do the Nordic curls. I'll show you actually. The car's fogging up because of the heat I'm giving off. I'm in heat. Yeah, so that bar there, which is in the center, is where I can lock my feet and do the Nordic curls, which is a body weight thing I've been doing. You can Google what it is if you don't know. But it was too wet to do it, so I just stuck to the weighted straddle support. All in all, I was really happy with that session. After talking shit basically about the ring support, I felt like they were a really beneficial, delicious exercise for today's session. I was pretty happy with my planche negatives, and I was most disappointed with the handstand push-ups. And then the weighted dips and the weighted chins felt good. So yeah, overall it was a pretty good session. There were highs and lows, but a very good session. And I look forward to going into the second workout of the week, which could be tomorrow, or there could be a day in between. Not too sure. I try to get a day in between, but because my training partner can make it tomorrow, I might just sacrifice. So I've got a training partner to help me with working out, filming stuff, just have a better session when you're with someone. Let me know if you like this style, guys, and I'll see you for the next workout in the week. Thought I'd finish off the session with this just one other clip, because everything else for this week was the same as what you saw in that first workout for the week. The only difference is with the chin-ups. I added an additional rep, so it was 6 reps instead of 5 reps, and that was an appropriate amount to increase the difficulty for me. I was happy with that. So this is the only other significant difference this week, was I changed from, I did do a balance component for this session, and then getting right up, well not right up, but pretty close to the wall, different to last time, is a reasonable amount of difficulty for me, which I think putting these two together, what do you guys think of the form, will be an adequate increase for me and help me get that handstand push-up, 5 reps, 5 sets, freestanding. So that rounds out this 6-week block. Keep the comments coming and the feedback coming. Let me know what you guys think of the series, what else you want to see. And I'm going to do another post soon regarding what I'll be doing in between the 2 6-week blocks, and updating you guys when I've decided on what I'm going to do for the second 6-week block, commencing on, I think, my birthday, the 26th of July. All right, guys, I'll see you next week. And feel free to send me a message whenever you want to say hello.